I'm so upset. I'm so terrible at explaining. Hi, good morning, and it's Rolling, and welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. I almost forgot which game I'm too quick. But yeah, welcome to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is a tips video for having a cleaner UI, and I'm not talking about hiding UI like this. This is just for intro purposes. But having a clean UI layout like this, this is not the best, of course, and I could like shorten this probably, but I don't want to bother with that because I'm gonna have to resize that on each of my UI layouts, and there's no grid locking thing. So but yeah, I got asked on Reddit about my Quickslot bars. As you can see, I only have the main toolbar constantly present, and I also used UI skin, as you can see. So I guess the first question I'm answering, I was gonna answer the UI skin question first, but I had left the options panel on here. But I guess the first answer, or the first question I'm answering, is regarding the Quickslot bars, which are hidden to me by default unless I hold down the keys. I also have these two extra bars filled for non-combat stuff mostly, except for this, which is useful in combat sometimes. So how you do it is by opening your options panel. This is what it's gonna look like. This is the default that it's gonna go to, or yeah, this is the settings tab that it's gonna go to by default. Go to your Quickslot settings, and as you can see, you can find your Quickslot settings. You can lock your QuickBar so that you can't accidentally drag your skills from your toolbars. I'm not really a mouse user, or I mean I use the mouse, but I don't really click on skills most of the time, and when I do, I'm pretty careful, so I don't really need to have them locked. I probably should, just in case. You let me know. But in recent memory, I haven't accidentally pulled skills off the toolbar. Sorry, I keep rambling. So what you're gonna want to do, this is how it is by default. These settings are enabled by default. They always show bar the bars 1 to 3. This is how it is by default. And so what I did was I disabled these so that they're hidden. But what you have to do, because by default they're not gonna show up like this when you press the keys. When you hold on the keys, they're not gonna show up, I think, unless it is actually already set by default. But if they're not, you should set them. There you go. Yeah, go to your key mapping settings and then set your keys for your QuickBar visibility, which I was following the default. So add Ctrl for the first bar, and then Alt for the second bar, and then Shift for the third bar, and then you can do whatever. I mean, even with these, you can do it however you want. But because the default keys for the control for this bar, for the skills on this bar, it's Control, and then Alt for this bar, and then Shift for this bar. That's what I did. I just followed the key mapping for that, and then Z and X for these. For at least that's my preference because they're easy to hit. They're in that general vicinity on my keyboard, or on most people's keyboard. So that's where these are the buttons I use for the extra toolbars that I have. Which, if anyone's wondering, you can make use of those by bringing those up. Yeah, they're the fourth and the fifth bars, and then you can drag skills to it and items and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And oh yeah, you can also, you know, change how this works. Hold up, apparently I didn't disable the thing. There you go. You can change how these look. So that used to be, this used to be the look that we had for when you activate skills. That's how they look when they're being used. Yeah, when they're being used. That's better for toggles actually. Hello. Maybe. Yeah, you can see it better. Maybe. Yeah, because this is how they look in the new default. I forgot when they added the new style, but yeah, that's the default. All right, second tip. As you can see here, I have my companion Quickslot bar disabled. So now that because I set that to enabled, you can see the companion bar here. They're usually here on the bottom left side of your screen by default. So what I did was I unchecked it. But first, before you do that, because some skills here and some commands here are useful, pet attack is useful if you for it's like these aren't particularly necessary, but they can be useful. So pet attack is useful for if you want your pet to go in first instead of the aggro going to you first by doing a skill or a pet command on your target, which causes the target to aggro you first. So if you want your pet to aggro if you want your pet to draw the aggro of your enemy first, you can do pet attack. Except the spirit is a bad example for this because it doesn't attack. But if you have any other pet that has that attacks, like the raven, for example, and any of the other pets actually attack, and so it's just a spirit pet. But if you want the pet to aggro first, you can do pet attack. And return to master is also important for times when your pet gets separated from you, but not that far away that they haven't despawned yet, because there's a limit to the distance. If they get too far away, they just despawn. But if they're just stuck somewhere and they're not that far away, they'll stay where they are and struggle to path towards you. And so this is a useful skill for that, and I put that here. Unfortunately though, there's still the bug where you can't use this in combat, at least for me. I'm not sure if that's true for literally anyone else, but I haven't been able to use this in combat. Supposedly this is now usable in combat, but it's bugged for me. So yeah, I still use it for when I'm out of combat and the pet's stuck, Pet follow is not that useful, but this is like my alternative to having passive mode instead, because having passive mode and guard mode, I feel like if you disable guard mode, you can't disable guard mode. They switch between these two. So yeah, I feel like they should have consolidated these two modes so that if you disable guard mode, your pet's in passive mode by default, so that you can only you only need to use one skill for these two. But because these are two separate skills, I just added the follow command, which isn't that useful because with the toggle assist in guard mode, your pet's still gonna aggro, and so you kind of have to spam the follow command to so that your pet will follow you. But yeah, honestly, don't bother. Probably it's not gonna be a very useful command if you use guard mode and especially toggle assist. But yeah, pet attack, the pet attack command and return to master are useful. The pet skills you don't need to put in your bars. I don't think you can anyway. Oh, you can, but you can't use it. Yeah, because of the pet command skills. Since U41, you activate them via pet command. Pet command. And and then these skills control the cooldown anyway. Like these have like slightly lower cooldowns than these, but you can't use these anyway. So these are just for the cooldowns, and these are just for, I don't know, like technicalities and for some cooldown visibility if you do keep the companion bar enabled, which is like I said, I don't really keep that enabled anymore. So yeah, that's pretty much the second tip. Third tip, which I probably should have addressed first or talked about first, is the UI skin. I use the UI skin, as you can see. Currently I'm using the, hold on, it's over here. It can be pretty hard to find because it's kind of in the middle. It's not at the bottom, it's not at the top, it's a little under the middle, but you can use the search bar to look for it. So yeah, I used the JRR Spirit of Elfwood light version, no XP bar. I kind of wish that there was a version with an XP bar, but that's fine. Like I don't really look at the XP bar anyway. But yeah, there are a lot of options. This is part of the JRR skin collection. I forgot what exactly the full name of the collection is called, but yeah, it's that collection. You can pretty much easily find it if you look it up via any search engine that's good. I don't know, I haven't really tried a lot of other search engines. I usually just use Google, as everyone does. You can also find this on the forums because there's a forum post by the plugin author. They have a separate forum post for this plugin. So yeah, so this is the default as you know, and then you have a bunch of options that you can use. I'm not sure if that one was bugged, but yeah, most of them are very, very good and perfectly functional. My old favorite was this. Oh wait, not the wide one, the shorter one. This one, and then I don't know. I just thought I'd have more default colors, I guess, or less bright colors, and so I started using this one. And I also found this one earlier. This one's nice. Hold up, where is it actually? I think, yeah, the light clear toolbar. Yeah, this one seems very good too, and not very ornate. There's also a no XP bar version if you don't want to bother with the XP bar. Oh, you can still mouse over the buttons here. Okay, I don't know if anyone uses these. I think, yeah, new players do, but in my case I've never really used these, at least not for a very long time. So yeah, like I just prefer having the cleaner look. So yeah, you can offer these clear UI skins. These are also part of the skin collection that I mentioned. JR skin collection, I think is the full name. Correct me if I'm wrong, which I likely am. I'm not sure, but we're just gonna stick with this one. And all right, fourth tip, which you saw me use earlier, is the UI layout saving and loading. And so my UI layout is called A3 because A1 is for pretty much the same layout but the default skin, so that I can just type it here instead of fumbling through the settings if I want to use the default, which I haven't really used in a long time. My A2 is for the companion bar and the vitals, the companion vitals to be here on the side. And then A3, which is what I've been using, is it has the companion bar disabled or hidden, and the vitals here under my character's vitals. But yeah, you gotta, before you can make use of the load function, you gotta save the UI layout first. So do your things, change your UI skins, change the locations of these things, and then save, and then save your UI. Oh yeah, before you do mess with your UI, you probably should save the default. Like for example, because like the default looks something like this. You can move that here, which is yeah, this is kind of essentially what it looks like. Not really, because there's still a lot of other things. But yeah, save your default layout first, so that, you know, just in case you mess something up, you can load back your default. Unless I'm not sure if making use of this reverts the positions as well, but just in case it doesn't, do the whole saving of your default UI layout first, and then start messing around with your UI. See, I already messed this up. This is that was not the bar that I wanted. But yeah, but because I already have what I wanted, save, I don't have to worry about messing up my UI positions. Imagine if I accidentally oh yeah, I see, I literally accidentally input the wrong command. So yeah, so what I can do, thankfully I have others that are similar. Yeah, there you go. So what I can do this is embarrassing. I've done multiple takes of this video, by the way, and this is the first time I've messed this part up. So yeah, that's what I can do is just put that there, disable that, and then disable my companion bar, and then resave my A3. Okay, it's pretty much what it's pretty much what my A3 was. Okay, cool. So yeah, so now you can conveniently switch between. Okay, please be careful. Please be more careful than I was just moments ago. And use load, right load if you're not saving over your UI layout. So so now you can switch between your UI layouts like so. And like I said, A1 is for my default skin, but with the same positionings pretty much. A2 for when I have my bars enabled, and for my preferred UI skin currently, I might switch to the clear one actually. I'm not sure, but I still like this one. This is my only problem with it. I think the even star Not to nitpick, I apologize. Unwarranted, uncalled for nitpicking, but I feel like this even star pendant could use a better art asset. But yeah, this my A2, A3 is for the companion bar hidden and the vitals being here. And yeah, and I don't have an A4. I mean, I have an A4 because I was doing yeah, like I said, I've been doing multiple takes of this video, and I had saved an A4, but yeah, I'm not really gonna use it. So yeah, I'm trying to think of other things that I need to mention. Oh yeah, okay, so back to the quick bars. It's Quickslot bars. My voice is getting tired, I don't want to say the full name. But yeah, back to the quick bars being hidden like this. The disadvantage with this is that you can't really see your cooldown. So if you use your skill like that and then you release your bar, your key, then of course the bar is gonna get hidden again. And oh yeah, other thing that I wanted to point out is with the quick slots. So even if you have this, if you don't have this on, if you don't have these set, so yeah, that's my shift bar. You can still use the skills on it like that, but you won't see the bars, and so it's pretty important, I suppose. What did I do? Oh, it's not saving. Wait, why is that not? What? It's not shaving my right shift. That's interesting. It should. That's interesting. It's not. Oh, okay. It's just a keyboard problem. Wait, no. Hold up. Yeah, it's a keyboard problem. It's not shaving my right shift. I don't really use the right shift. Huh. Wait a minute. That's weird. That's weird. Oh, it's still inputting the left shift. That's interesting. I pressed the right shift and it still inputted the left shift, which is very interesting. Maybe that's a thing with modern computers. It just counts as the left shift. There's just one shift button, but yeah, thankfully I can revert the things. With this key, thankfully it's still remembered. So yeah, maybe these are actually set by default. Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure if these are already set by default, but these keys for the 4th and 5th bars, they're empty by default. So if you're using them, do add a key to them. That's in key mapping. Just type bar, as you can see, to find that easier, because if you show it all, it's the key mapping tab is a really long tab. You're gonna get lost in this, but yeah, it's a very important panel, or yeah, setting tab, or whatever, just setting. But yeah, feel free to experiment with stuff. Do be careful, because you might mess something up and forget what you messed up, and then it's gonna, you know, like if you forget, it's gonna take you a long time to fix things if it's important. If you messed up something important. But yeah, so last part of this video, you don't have to keep watching, but this is back to the Quickslot bars being hidden by default. You if you do decide to do this, you're gonna need to get used to it, because like as you know, by default you can see like these 4 bars, all of these 4 main bars, and you will normally you can look at your cooldowns when you use skills, but because they're hidden by default, you're gonna need to pay attention and get used to like mentally remembering which skills you've just used and how long their cooldowns generally are. Of course, you're not gonna be very accurate with it. I'm not accurate with it. I still mess up my expected cooldown intervals or whatever I'm saying, but it's doable. Like I said, it just takes practice, and you can start, like after a while you can start comfortably doing combat, like pretty intensive combat with it, which is what I've been doing. This is gonna be quite the challenge though, because this is attack on Cotfast, and I do large pulls in this. in this mission, so good luck to me. This is the combat demo part of this. Oh no, I didn't cancel that in time. This is the combat demo part of this did I interrupt that in time? I'm not sure. Let's go to Radhril, because being near her gives you morale regeneration. Oh gosh, my pet is all the way over there. Oh wait, Radhril is also old. Oh, my pet's already dead. Give me a second. I knew it. I was gonna get silenced. Where's my pet right now? Okay, there's my pet. I can do a okay, I can do that. Tesla flow. Oh no, another dog got summoned. I don't think I can interrupt both of those. Alright. Let's see if I can start cleaning these enemies up. I'm not exactly hopeful though, because they keep going around. Or like they keep scattering themselves. See, I just tried to use air lore, but it was still on cooldown. Like that's fine because I didn't quite. I'm not sure about which things are off cooldown currently. There you go. Okay. This definitely went a lot better than the previous take that I did. I don't know. The enemies getting scattered by my allies here actually played to my advantage, and this guy got confused. There you go. Okay, whoops. There you go. Alright, that's a combat demonstration. If you want to keep watching, I'm gonna be continuing on with this mission. This is honestly one of the hardest. It's not necessarily a hard mission, but because I want to do this mission in 2 large pulls, it's made it for me. It's made it the hardest mission to do without dying. And because I can get pretty competitive, I like to do them without dying. Or yeah, I want to do these missions without dying, and so what I've been doing is I've been resetting the missions if I die. Alright, so this one's gonna be messy because I have a lot of mobs on me. Alright, let's see. fine. Okay, this is a problem, this is a problem, this is a problem. Oh shoot. Okay, my pet is near me, so I can do the beacon of hope. Oh, I was forgetting the skill name. Thankfully, the aggro didn't stay on me, because if it did, I was gonna die right then. Still an enemy. This is also an annoying area because of the fields, and I keep pulling the mobs here too. But yeah, that actually was one of the better attempts at attack on Cotfast that I ever did. Like, so yeah, I hope this video was helpful. I feel like I needed to point out the disadvantage with having the quick slot bars hidden by default, which is like I said, the cooldowns not being constantly visible to you. It kind of makes up for it, or not, it doesn't really make up for it, but it helps that because you're only gonna be holding down one key for one bar at a time, your eye line is at the same level every time, you know, because you're not really gonna be holding down two modifier keys at the same time. So you're gonna be seeing your secondary bars or your non-bottom bar at the same, your non-bottom bars at the same eye line or eye level. So if you need to check your cooldowns like this, you can do that. Kind of hard to do that between or in the middle of combat, especially if you have the aggro. But yeah, you can do that mid combat or out of combat. It really just, you know, it's gonna take some getting used to, because like especially for me, I was for years, for the how long have I been? I've been playing this game for over a decade, and I always just had these four main bars present for me, and it's only very recently that I decided to try having them hidden, because I really, you know, I really wanted an even cleaner UI, I suppose. So yeah, this is that's my setup, and yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching, see you next time, and until then, farewell. I'm not gonna subject you to the rest of this mission, which is picking up items, but yeah, farewell.